no more. And so now what happens is that they have the woman over them sitting up talking about how I take you out, bring you in, I take you out, nigga, I ain't scared of you, nigga, you ain't this, nigga, you ain't that. And they take that anger that they have for their mom out into society.
I'm talking about the mom is creating a narrative for the man. I kind of feel what you're saying,
the
bro.
mom creates a narrative for the men that's in society, especially when there's not a man there. Now, whether I ain't talking about the biological father, because sometimes it could be an uncle, sometimes it could be a boyfriend, a stepfather, it could be anything. You know what I'm saying? It could be, so just the presence in the home of seeing men and women interact, I don't feel like that is prevalent in our home these days. And then you have the woman, and not to drag out, hold on. And then you have the woman that pushes the independent, but she can't even teach her daughter how to interact with men. We ain't just talking about the men, we talking about the women. You know what I'm saying? She can't even, the daughter don't even see what it's like for a man not to jump on their mom when their mom is acting out of control, or the love and the dedication and the caring and the sharing and all that shit that comes along with men and women in a relationship. Now, yeah, they're going to see infidelity on both sides. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's just they're going to do. Our kids are going to deal with infidelity. If anybody in here on this camera think that your son or daughter ain't going to get cheated on,
I don't know what that's.
Put them to bed. Hold on. You know exactly what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Lay them down and read them Lady and the Tramp or something, so they can suck noodles out of each other's ass. You know what I'm saying? Instead of keeping it real. And that's just the truth. That's just the truth. That's just the truth.
So, that's
just the truth.
What's your opinion? How important? And we got to jump to the lady because two men already talked, and then we'll get to TV. How important is sucking noodles on the booty?
Sucking noodles out of each other's ass. Make believe. It ain't real.
How important is a man, and because I'm going to be honest with you, this woman loved her father and her mom and her daddy. And I don't know her mom and her dad's situation, but I know for a fact she loved her daddy and she called her daddy and he'd do anything for her. And shout out to your pops. But what's your opinion? Because I'm mentioning that because she did have her father, and that might be why she's such a good person and such a good woman.
Thank you, friend.
Yeah, because what you're saying is she had a father to teach her how to talk to a man, and like me and her have conversations, and she don't believe in disrespecting a man and talking to him a certain type of way, and that ain't being submissive. That's just her. Go ahead and speak, Maxwell, because this nigga, boy, I tell you, boy.
Okay.
I ain't said nothing. I ain't said
You got
nothing.
to say nothing. You already said what you was gonna say about what you was gonna say.
Okay. Yeah, definitely said a mouthful. I can say yes, I had, my dad and my father in my life, and he played a major role. Of course, there were things that my mother taught me about men, but overall, it was very important. It was vital for me to have my dad in my life. He taught me a lot of things about men and how a man is supposed to treat a woman. As far as sometimes you don't have that choice of always having a father in the household. I feel like with women, sometimes you can shelter your sons too much, and then when they go out into the world and they find a woman, they expect for that woman to carry them and do the same. I think, fast forward, when you become an adult and you're dating someone and you see that they have mommy or daddy issues, you have to realize that you can't fix anyone.
You can't fix them.
You have to heal from that, go, get some therapy or whatever, but that's not anything that a woman or a man can change for you.
I like that.
I had to learn that on my own, dating someone, and it is very important when you date people. That's why it's not always important to just jump into bed, but the dating process is getting to know a person. Getting to know a person's
what up, bro?
Past and their upbringing.
What do you see that I don't see?
Well, hold on.
Keep talking.
I'm sorry.
I see what you see.
So before you go to, so when you say, so you think that men need therapy from having nurturing moms?
No, she said.
No, I'm saying that's
People.
for men or women.
Yeah.
I said if you have mommy
people.
or daddy issues.
You need therapy?
That's what she said.
No,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is that it's not for anybody else to fix that. If there's
Right.
things
So
that you
you
have
might
not
need it.
gotten past from your childhood, if you had an absent father
I think
or
you
you
need
had
therapy.
a mother that wasn't there, it's not for another man or woman to come along and fix you.
Illness.
But some men have a nurturing type
Why?
of nature about themselves, and they try to, they try to help. You know, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you really love them, and they say, "Well, I wasn't loved, or I was beat on as a child, I was abused, or whatever." Like, you're not a therapist, you can't fix them. At some point, you have to go and seek
Women or men?
professional help. And I'm saying women or men. That's not just for men. It's some women that if they grew up in a household where they were wealthy and their father did everything for them, and they didn't have to look. My daddy paid all the bills. I don't want to pay bills.
Okay.
You got to know who you're dealing with. When you meet someone, that's why it's important to know people's background. When you meet somebody, if it don't work for you,
Background checks.
keep it moving.
You need
Yeah,
therapy
definitely.
for that?
Definitely
No,
need
that's
to do a
not what I'm
background
saying
check.
at all.
And
What I'm
I mean,
saying,
Okay.
hereditary.
That was it. Now, I'm just asking. I'm just asking now. Hold on.
he
Go
Go
trying to
ahead.
get me warmed up
Go ahead,
now.
TV. Go ahead,
What's your
TV.
opinion? What's your opinion? We know LV ain't going nowhere. He gonna be here. What's your
I
opinion?
mean, y'all kind
Yeah.
of locked it off for me.
You ain't going nowhere. You know you got
basically
more to
hit
say.
both sides. I'll go from this angle since y'all explained all that. It's you can see it to where, and I already know Nisha gonna be on my neck.
She says, I know. Lisa said she agreed. I don't.
Wait.
I'm
She
trying to
agreed with
figure
Maxwell.
out
When Maxwell said
what part.
they need
What
therapy.
part?
They need
Therapy
mommy,
because you had
daddy
a.
issues. Mommy,
Go ahead,
daddy.
my bad.
No,
I
it's
came
not
Go ahead.
from
saying
a
therapy.
single parent family. Number one, because my mom and my dad broke up a little bit early. But by the time I was 12, my dad had died. So after that, my mom just pretty much stayed away from relationships. So I never really seen her have to treat a man a certain way. But then I didn't see her treat a man no certain type of way.
Okay.
So I had to kind of snatch my manhood up and that type of thinking. Look, my thing that went off.
So
From just experience, really from being around a lot of coaches playing sports. And
that where you got that
Yeah,
father,
watching
where you got that
like-
man, how men interact,
Skips,
right?
the Mitches, you know
Okay.
what I'm saying, the people like that.
I didn't notice. And not to get personal, but like, was your pops around?
My pops was, don't get me wrong, me and my pops was like this. So
Okay.
when my
Is he still-
when my
is he
mom,
still around?
No, he died in '89. That's
I
what I'm saying.
do remember that.
So by the
That's my
time
bad.
I was 12, he had died. But him and my mom was split up by probably about the time I was 8.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to just, he stayed with my auntie at one point. Stayed a couple places, but when he stayed with my auntie, I used to ride my bike over there and actually see him, chill with him. You know what I mean? So my brother and my sister really didn't get that, you know what I mean, that experience with him. But what I would say is this here, like, when you don't have the father in a home, and I'm gonna speak from a male point of view, when you see a woman where she is bitter and she's talking down on men all the time, it affects that boy when he grows up because he realizes he's a man. I'm gonna say that again.
I agree
If you
1,000%
a
with
woman
you.
and you a single parent mother, and I understand that you might be strong, but if you have a boy and you raising that boy and he's seeing you talk down on men all the time, okay, that when that boy grows older, he understand he's a man.
Right.
So whether he's your son or not, he gonna always treat you like you the queen, but he still might develop a certain type of way to look at a female.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And that's gonna affect his relationships as he moves forward. He's still always gonna look at you as mom. He's gonna respect you as mom. Now he's not gonna tell you that he didn't feel comfortable with the way that you treated men all the time or that you talk down on men. And so I'm just talking from that angle. I'm not saying that's all it is. I know that people gonna come back and want to have something to say, but that affects men in the way that they start to affect their relationships when they get older and start to have children and feel like they can be in the
All
household.
right, we ready for your random?
Right.
Ready for your random?
No, it's facts. You know what I'm saying?
I'm ready.
So here go the thing though.
Button, though.
So that's just like
I don't know if we can catch it.
hold on. So that's just like my dad got killed at Valley High in front of my mom. You know what I'm saying? When I was 2.
Right.
And so, but my mom always had a boyfriend, and so she had one man that was around. I never called him my dad. He was cool as shit, took care of us, loved him to death. And so, but back to the thing. So when y'all saying that y'all agree with what Maxwell is saying, are y'all agreeing that nurturing moms and protective dads create kids that need therapy?
No, she said the opposite of that.
No,
she's saying that daddy issues is my daddy wasn't around.
No. And so hold on. And so she was saying that the nurturing moms can cripple the man, and then when the man goes out into society, he thinks that the woman is going to do what his mom did.
All right,
okay,
that's not true.
Hold on, let her clear up. Let her speak for herself.
I want to say something.
Hold on, she's grown. Let her speak. Me and her having a conversation.
Because y'all just said some real shit, and let's be honest. Okay, so she gonna get the mic. Y'all said, she said daddy issues, mommy issues. Everybody that's close to me know I have mommy issues, right? and I hate to get personal. You said your father was killed at 2. He said his father was killed when he was 12. I'm telling you, if we're gonna speak personal shit, I feel like I have my
killed. Okay, but he died.
Yeah, but
no, my dad was assassinated. That's different.
Well, I'm
now.
just
He
saying,
wasn't
like,
killed.
killed
is kind of.
Alright, so I'm gonna say this. Me and my mom had a rough.
I hear you though.
Me and my mom had a rough relationship, and I still feel like to this day I suffer. You know it. I get mad when my mom don't love my pictures, but she love my nieces and nephews and my sister's pictures. That's mommy issues. That's issues that I deal with my mother. And I hate to do it on TV in front of because my mom. But I'm saying like. I have my own demons I fight, and I think me and my mom need therapy together. But when my mom go, no. You know why? Because that's just the way she is.
So you need therapy?
I know I do.
For what exactly?
Ain't nothing wrong
for
with
feeling for the way I was treated and feeling like unwanted. So yeah, I need therapy. Hell yeah.
What the therapist gonna do? Hug you?
Listen. That's why I'm such a good father, though, bro. I'm such a good father. I'm going above and beyond for my kids, and it's hurting them. So eventually my kids might say to me, my daddy didn't give me, whatever the case may be. But then everybody needs therapy, Leland. Everybody needs therapy. I think you do, personally.
No, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So just because, hold on, time out. This is what I do know. And so since Dr. Phil here,
call me that.
Dr. Phil here thinks that I need therapy because I expect for people to be exactly who they is. You know what I'm saying? I don't need no defense mechanism. Hold on, time out. Knowing that people was fucked up is not a defense mechanism. It's reality.
All right, so
it's reality. Knowing that nobody is perfect and that somebody is going to do something that you don't like is my reality. It doesn't matter what I need to defend from. Because the truth?
No, it ain't got nothing to do with that, bro. Look, we all want to feel complete.
That's it.
Like, see, all this independent shit, y'all know I speak on it all the time.
Go ahead.
I agree.
If you
go ahead.
If you lay down with a person and
therapy is not
a
bad thing.
It was 2 people that made that baby. So regardless of you being a great dad or the mother being a great mother, but them not happening at the same time, this child wants to feel complete. They know they come from 2 people. They want to feel both identities. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So if a person's not feeling complete in that, then they might want to go get some therapy.
So again, all people ain't perfect, LB. But I'm telling you, like,
that's not bad if you don't want to go get therapy.
No, nothing wrong with that.
But if a person wants to go get therapy, ain't nothing bad.
But
I
feel like that some human beings, like, I'm telling you, what make like niggas call, like, you laugh and joke and make all of these jokes about me about needing therapy, dog. I've been through some traumatic shit, and that's why I am so, like, when you was talking about the white people, they killed the snow because they moved the snow. And I'm like, that's not normal. And then he's like, what do you mean it's not normal? I'm like, it's not normal because my mechanism became, like you said, you expect people to move a certain way. My mechanism was, I'm never trying to put a person in a situation to where they have to move a certain way. So that's my defense mechanism. And I'm telling you, it's all tied into mental issues, mental health.
I got you, Lotto.
And well, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, finish.
No, let her
because I want.
finish.
Well, hold on. I got something to say because it's going to touch on what y'all talking about. Hold on. It's talking about what y'all talking about. So that's the same way when my dad died. I had a reality.
You don't think that affected you though?
No,
buddy. I hear
and
you.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I understood that my dad was dead, and so my brother, when motherfuckers would say your daddy, he would go.
That's
hold on, time out. Hold on, bro. Let me finish, man. I'm talking about me. I ain't talking about him. He ain't on the show. I'm talking about me. And so when a motherfucker say "fuck your daddy," even if they don't even know our daddy. They don't even know our daddy is dead.
They ain't got to.
They just talking.
So
hold on, time out. Hold on. And so they just talking. So that's what was the go-to topic. Your mama or your daddy. Yeah, so when they say your daddy, my brother would go off the hill. Me, I didn't. I never had no feeling whatsoever because I understood my reality at an early age that my dad was dead. It didn't affect me no way whatsoever.
Affecting you.
No, I knew that he was dead. So me understanding reality, and so what would be affecting me if I would go sit?
You know why?
Hold on, time out.
In front of a therapist, they gonna say to you, Leland, you need to accept.
Because you don't.
He's trying not to feel things.
Hold on, time out. I accept the fact that. Hold on. I accept the fact that he's dead. That's my reality. What's fake is for me to say, I wonder what my life would be like if my dad was here. I wonder what life would be like if dad was in my life.
Hold on.
He's not going to be in my life.
Hold on real quick.
He never was in my life. It's not an option for me.
Check this out. DeMarcus said, at some point we have to deal with the statistics of single parent homes versus 2 adult homes. I agree with that. Second, this is towards you. That's why it's so many mentally ill people walking around with no help because of that.
Nigga, y'all want me to cry about a reality? Because I won't sit here and say, I need my daddy. I wish I had my daddy. No, my reality is that my truth reality is that I don't need no fucking body. Look, hold on, time out.
About other people besides you.
Okay.
You might be
okay. So he's saying you saying me, but you can't say me.
I'm saying anybody.
I grew up with a mom. Hold on. I grew up with a mom that was addicted to drugs. I know what trauma's like. You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like. My mom started smoking crack when I was in the 6th fucking grade. And I remember when I was going.
Read Brandy. She talking to you. You read it off though.
But
yeah, go ahead. Why you reading it? Let her just get it off.
I don't get no feelings. It's the truth.
Let her get hers off.
You know what I'm saying?
We can go right back to that. You can read it off and remind
I'm not harboring nothing. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh gosh. Okay.
I don't know if this is for her right now.
Go ahead. Why she got an opinion? What you talking about? Yeah, we just talking. She talking. Let her talk. She got an opinion.
I want to go back to what you said about nurturing moms because you had a question for me about women. I'm not saying that it's wrong for women to nurture their sons. I think that society teaches men that it's not okay to cry. It's not okay to show emotion. That it's, that you're supposed to bottle things up and hold it in because you're a man. You're supposed to be strong and not ever show emotion or complain about anything. And I'm not, saying that that's wrong. Now, what you were saying about growing up with a mother that was addicted to drugs, I never had a mom that was addicted to drugs, but oh Lord, this is heavy.
It's getting heavy.
You gotta let it flow.
It is. It's heavy, but I feel like having, I have known people in my life that have had parents that were addicted to drugs, and you do look at life different when you have parents that's addicted to drugs because number one, you don't understand why. But hurt people I mean, obviously, don't nobody wake up and say, I just want to do drugs. Obviously, it was a breaking point. And like you said, if she seen your father get murdered, that could have been her breaking point. That was her way of not dealing with reality. Like,
I want to hear it.
If I watched a man get murdered in front of me, I can't say how I would feel, or
But
Okay.
But again, and this is all I was saying with her. I'm gonna go back to her real quick, and we're gonna keep it moving. Well, what I was saying with her is, I know her mom. Her mom is such a beautiful lady. But what we're talking about when it comes to mental illness is what makes her nurturing. Like her mom, like she had parents trying to like instill.
I did, but to be transparent for a moment, my mom and dad are not together anymore. They did split, when I was a teenager, and that was at a vital moment in my life where I needed my mom and my dad. Luckily, my mom never kept my dad away from us, so I still had my father in my life to, come to the school, lecture me about boys, what time you get home, your homework done, what you doing.
That's what it's about.
I'm thankful for that.
But let's get on.
Hold on, time out.
He did his thing to make sure to keep you complete.
Like, and
that could have been devastating. It could have went left or right if he didn't come around.
Hold on.
That.
Right.
But go ahead, read off Brandy.
So we're gonna read off. So my guy say, how you pronounce his name? Your guy right here.
The weed.
My guy. I am getting expressive because I don't want nobody to tell me that what's going on. So I don't listen, when my mom was on drugs, my other siblings was upset. You know what my feelings was? Is that this is a human being. And she's not perfect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I never passed no blame on her. Me and my mom probably had 2 shouting matches in my 45 years of my life. And one of them was when one of my friends found some drug paraphernalia, and it made me feel some type of way because I could no longer protect that she was addicted to drugs. And when we had did some bullshit with some tax shit, and I feel like that she was doing something sneaky. Those was probably on the. So when I know my mom is a human being, and she's not perfect, and everybody got flaws, and everybody got something going on, and so
I got a better
and so
question for you.
when someone try to push an agenda on me.
Nobody.
Hold on, let me react, bro. And so when people are trying to push an agenda on me, I'm gonna react like that because y'all taking away from my manhood. Y'all taking away from my mental strength, my emotional strength.
What
But
do you feel like was being pushed on you though?
Because when people are saying that, you showing signs of PSD, or you showing signs of mental hurt, or you showing signs of something.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie,
So-
that's pissing me off because
so-
I'm seeing people that I know personally say
but
shit
Leland, let
that
me
I know
say
that they haven't.
Okay.
We in
Let's
here.
take
This
it
is-
serious.
Yeah, we talking.
Go
ahead.
Right.
Go ahead. She
Okay.
asking me.
This is a
You
great
said your mental
subject.
strength. I think your mental strength is your biggest weakness, bro.
How?
You know what? All right, so I got a question for you. And I know you had plenty of homies that didn't pass, because I know. When your homies died, do you cry? Or do you say,
No. Hold on.
I'm
Time
asking
out.
this question.
All
When
right,
your
hold on.
homies died, do you cry?
And hold on, time out. And if the person is in here who know what I'm talking about, yes, I do. But I know that everybody gonna die. My homeboy died. My nigga 40, love him to death. Grew up with him. Sean Gaines. Grew up with him since I was little. I'm talking about since we was 12, 13. He passed. Yeah, I was fucked up. But the individual who I was in a relationship with at that time, she said, "Are you sad?" I said, "Yeah, I'm sad." And she said, "Well, I don't see you crying or reacting a certain way because the realities of the fact is that my man is gone. Me sitting down, breaking down, ain't gonna do nothing. I have to deal with the fact. Hold on, time out. I have to understand and deal with the fact. That's the same way that I know, just as we sitting here, my mom is 70-something years old. She's going to pass. And so it'd be silly for me to sit here and tell myself I can't live without my mom.
No.
When I know the reality is, I have to live without her. So I have beginning to prepare myself.
You have to.
For
with
her
age.
passing.
With age.
And so,
But
I gotta agree with Nisi on here. Nisi said everybody grieves differently. Just because he ain't crying or he ain't going to no therapist don't mean that he's not doing it.
And I want to say this. I'm not
And
suggesting.
let's not act like a therapist is 100 for 100
right.
for actually curing people. Let's not do that.
I want to say this. This is
my guy Rendell said we need therapy, and that's my guy. All
I'm saying is this is not.
But I don't agree with him.
Trying to be the therapist. I'm trying to explain to LB is that we all go through shit, bro. And sometimes black men, especially, let's speak on it. Let's do the show. We're gonna do the show right. Especially black men don't have no fucking body to talk to vent to reach out to. And then when we get, like you get on this platform, you got so much to say. That shit is not random. You couldn't wait to say it because you don't have nobody to talk to. Well, you do because a lot of niggas call you. But I'm saying, like, this is therapy. This is our therapy.
There's nothing wrong with being strong mentally and emotionally.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? There's no reason that someone would have to tell you that you have to have a weakness. You know what I'm saying? Do I have weakness? Yes. My teeth is fucked up. It makes me insecure. That's a weakness for me.
Can't see that on camera.
I'm shocked. Well, if y'all can't, y'all must be blind. Unless y'all motherfuckers is Stevie Wonder.
Hey,
I'm shy, and so I don't look people in their eye. That's a weakness for me. Why gotta be mentally and emotionally weak?
I'm gonna back you totally up on this, but
I want to hear what you got to say.
Alright, I'm gonna back.
Ain't no cats in the doghouse.
I'm gonna back Leland up on this.
Ain't no cats in the doghouse.
To me, and what I respect about Leland,
I do too,
is part of Leland therapy is being totally upfront and truthful with everybody. He don't give a damn who in the room.
He's transparent.
He don't give a shit what's going on, what the situation is. He's gonna tell you the total 100% truth. I know this on and off the camera.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people, I ain't gonna point the finger at nobody. It's a lot of people that got a facade going on. There's a lot of people that try to look good in certain situations. There's a lot of people that's trying to keep a certain respect up. That's not this man. So I think that's how he deals with his situations. And I'm totally fine with it because he's giving you who he is. I see a lot of people saying you should do this, you should do that, right in the chat right now. Or you should feel like this. He's giving you his emotions, and because he might be passionate about what he's talking about, now it's a problem because everybody think that everybody is supposed to act a certain type of way.
Yeah,
no, they're not. We're all different people. It's 9 billion people on the earth. He's not out doing nothing. When he's a good dude. He a good dude. Like he'll tell you. He just told you just not even 20 minutes ago. Shit, if some shit go down and shit, I might. If anything happens where I can get in any trouble or I'm gonna get somebody, he's not going for it. So he can say that in one line, but then y'all speak like just because he's being emotional, he's about to go out there and tear some shit up. This man is not violent.
No, he's not at all.
He's not about to cause no trouble.
This TV.
He avoids it. So therefore, that's how I feel like he deals with his. He don't need to go to no goddamn therapist. We should be his therapist. Like
you're my
everybody
therapy.
around him, if we speaking truth, then when we going back and forth with him, he's going to still be him 100%.
The only point I was trying to make, because me and LV, we have this argument off camera, via phone, damn near every night when I bring up mental illness, and me, him, and TV had this conversation too off camera. I'm saying, like, do I believe all people need mental? All people need to check their mental health and therapy and all that shit. Most people, and especially somebody that has had multiple friends murdered and shit like that. Yeah.
Thank you, Nisi.
But besides the point, I'm trying to explain that everybody move differently. I just feel like personally, and if I'm speaking some real shit, my man's he moves differently. He don't show no feelings. He's cut and dry. So that's my thing with. I guarantee you, if we got Leland to go to a therapist, the first thing the therapist will say to Leland is, you need to feel something. You need to feel something.
But hold on, before you say
But how do you think that affects somebody that, now you are an adult.
Yeah.
So how do you think that affects your partner that you don't open up about a lot of things?
Well, here go my thing, is that when I do open up, it's the truth.
Right.
I feel like
Them
what's
But the truth is not
what-
no. The truth is not
what-
feeling.
what I feel like
it
though-
is, bro.
The
what I
truth
feel
is
like-
black and white.
Hold on.
Feelings is
Bro.
gray area.
Hold on, what I
You
feel
talking
like,
about,
bro.
you talking about crying. Like,
No, not crying.
Most
No, no.
time when you
No,
go
not
to a
crying.
therapist, your feelings, your true feelings, is you finally telling the truth.
No,
Because,
so
okay.
last week when
You
he said
coming
that,
Pause,
out
guys,
the
pause.
facade,
Y'all had y'all
telling the truth.
moment.
Go ahead.
but I'm saying when he said the police thing, he said if Leah got slammed, I gotta say this because it's tied into the shows we did. When he said Leah gets slammed, what did you do? And I'm like, that's not reality. There's black and white. Leland has always been black and white, but there's a gray area which is emotions and feelings. And feelings is get the fuck off my daughter. I don't give a fuck what she did.
hold on,
That's
time
the
out.
feeling that he.
Hold on, time out.
I don't think he was saying that he wasn't going to
I'm not saying that. I'm not
That's what
saying
you
that
said
because if a
last
motherfucker, if a cop verbally approached me wrong, I went to jail. I went to
Sorry.
jail for assault on an
I
officer.
know, but
You know what I'm saying?
So deep
But you asked me a question. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so I'm trying to reel this back in.
Okay,
So my
bring
thing
it back.
is, how do you feel like that would affect your partner? Because I'm not saying that you just need therapy for you. I'm saying that people that have went through traumatic situations in life, your childhood, adulthood, whatever, therapy is not just for you. Therapy is so you can be a better person to, whoever you're going to share a life with. How do you think that affects your partner if you feel like you're not
Yeah, come
able
on in.
to open up, and express yourself, or you kind of act like emotionless? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'm gonna answer that. And so my thing is that I try to be truthful.
Right.
Do I lie? Yes, especially to women and children. I don't think they can handle the truth, but I try to be as truthful as possible. You know what I'm saying? That's the same way people hit me up. Oh, my motherfucking old lady. Oh, you shouldn't drink on the show. Like I told her.
You ain't took
And
no
hold on,
since you
time
been on the
out.
show.
I've been drinking the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
Where he been at?
You know what I'm saying? I've been drinking the whole time.
Oh, that's it.
And so, like I tell people who mention that to me, anybody that knows me knows that I drink.
Okay.
I do have a problem with alcoholism. I don't have to be ashamed of that.
Can I
or
pause
be
you for?
Oh,
Okay.
yes ma'am, go ahead.
Okay. There. So in a relationship, do men realize that whatever you go through, that woman feels that too? That's why she's telling you.
That's only if you're pretending. And so
No.
once again, hold on. I understand what you're saying. I'm going to address that too. And so yes, the woman go through what the man is feeling and going through. But if you are open about it, then she sees it. A woman is more hurt when she say, I've been with a motherfucker 30 years and I didn't know that this nigga was an alcoholic crack addict.
Boom.
And
Okay,
I've been with this
listen.
motherfucker
You're right.
10
Let's
years
pause for a
and I didn't know
minute.
that he
Pause
was
for a
a
minute.
down low nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
And the
you got
vice.
it,
And
but
so,
a woman is more hurt too when she like, do I give up on him or do I stick by him and try to get him through this?
Right.
that's
So
true.
That's where
Now I
the
can't.
therapy
Now
comes in, because if a woman says, "Babe, I want you to go to therapy. I feel like you drinking heavy, and I don't want to leave you because of this. But can you do therapy? So we can work through this." And the man is, "Oh, fuck that! I don't need therapy, whatever." That woman is suffering with you. She's feeling
here
your
go the
pain
thing.
in that relationship.
But here go the thing.
I agree with Mike.
The only way that she's suffering, if you feel like you're suffering, I get up every morning happy as shit. You know what I'm saying?
But
I get up every day
to somebody
happy.
that loves you, and
Listen,
they don't want to see you.
I wouldn't give a damn who
You
loved
right.
me or who didn't love me. As long as the Most High woke me the
That's-
fuck up,
but listen.
I'm happy.
Most
You know what I'm saying?
You're right,
As
but
long
listen.
as long as I'm able
You're
to
right.
smile, I'm
Listen,
happy.
and
That's the
you
same
are
way.
right. I can say this, that I had dealt with a man like that in the past, and I had to come to terms with that and say, you know what, he's okay with what he's doing. Even though I feel like...
Was he happy though?
Listen, No, fuck no. He wasn't.
See, but I'm happy.
No, you
You
may
know what I'm
say
saying?
that.
No.
You may say
Hold on,
that,
time out.
but
See, but
internally
once
it's
again,
something different.
hold on, time
Internally
out. This is once again, there's nothing wrong with being emotionally and mentally strong. I am an
It's
emotional and a mental strong individual. I have seen all kinds of shit. I have seen
How do
niggas.
you process
I have
it?
seen individuals I get murdered in front of me.
But how do you process that?
It's not-
Listen, because some people.
I'm
you're
answering
right.
you.
I
I'm
know
answering. You
you are,
won't
but
let
what
me
I'm
answer.
saying is some people. I've been around people that say that.
You won't let me
But
answer.
then they go to the bottom and
You
they
won't
say,
let-
"This
you
is
won't
how
let
I'm
me
coping. This is
answer.
how I'm dealing with it."
Hold on.
But it affects everybody else around them
Time
because
out.
of that.
Hold on, time out. You won't let
Hey,
me
a lot of
answer.
people
hold
go
on.
to church too. That's a
You-
drug too. But hey,
listen,
all I'm
listen.
saying is it's a
Anybody
crazy
that
world
know
out
me,
there, but go ahead.
listen. I'm not no. Motherfuckers don't even know that I'm intoxicated. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no angry. I don't get angry and fight
No, you
do no shit like that.
You don't get
know what I'm
intoxicated
saying?
to that right eye drop. When that right eye drop, you're
Oh,
fat.
did everybody know? But I'm
you
not.
alone
But
with that right eye
I'm
drop.
not. I'm not approaching people. I'm not aggressive. I'm not name calling. I'm not doing nothing. I'm chilling. And so that's someone else.
5
does
minutes.
her- but does her,
5 minutes.
We got 5 more minutes.
But I'm
Hold
just saying,
on.
like,
For what?
but I'm saying,
You know him,
And so,
As
because
far
if
as-
other people, I use alcohol
schedule.
because one of my weaknesses, I have anxiety. I have social anxiety. I have normal anxiety.
You are the most
And
social
so-
nigga I ever
okay,
met.
pause,
But that's when I'm drinking.
Pause. Listen, okay.
I agree with that.
And so-
That's
I
me
can
too.
say
I
this.
agree with that. I agree with that.
Some people are not okay with taking medication for anxiety.
I'm not
So,
taking some shit that can give me an extra toe. So when some motherfucker tell me, oh, okay, take this Zoloft, and I'm watching the Zoloft commercial, and they say,
that's not
well,
what I'm saying. Let's not get off track.
They go hard.
no, go ahead.
Off track. That's not what I'm saying. That is where therapy comes in because anxiety.
Man,
Because to
one
me,
goddamn
anxiety
cover,
is a state of mind. It's a state
Yes,
of mind.
mental illness.
It's a, not necessarily. It's a state of mind that you're in.
To be in a constant state of fear is mental illness. Anxiety is nothing but you
No,
thinking
what
that
happens
you
is
are in an
post-traumatic
alert
stress.
state of something is about to happen to you.
Listen, I had half
That's
of my
anxiety.
lungs
All right,
out
so-
my body, and I had anxiety because I felt like,
Yeah,
damn,
she
am
did.
I
She
okay?
did.
Can
She
I
did.
breathe? I have half a lung, and I
Okay.
felt like, can I breathe?
And that was recent too.
That
Okay.
doesn't mean that I suffer from mental.
But that's a
illness.
that's a
It was
physical.
something I had to work past.
That was the physical.
She had
That
anxiety.
was
over
the
corona. She's
physical
not fast.
obstacle for
She
you.
has anxiety.
That was
over
the
corona.
physical obstacle that you had to tell your mind that I'm okay, even though that mentally and physically, you know, half your
I don't
lung is
have
gone.
anxiety. I
There's
mean,
nothing
I beat
fucking
COVID,
wrong with
so
me.
I don't have
You know what I'm
anxiety
saying?
because of COVID,
That
but
I
wear
know
my
of.
mask to protect myself.
That I know of. There's fucking nothing wrong with me, but I still go into a state of there's something wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? When I'm in public, when I'm at home.
What's wrong with telling a therapist that there is something wrong with me? And
Because
I wanna work
what
through
the
this?
fuck I'm gonna tell them? Hey man, sometimes I'm thinking I'm having a heart attack. I can tell you that. Or hey, sometimes I'll be sitting there and I just start feeling fucked up, and I think,
Do you?
yeah.
And what? Say what you say. Please say what you was gonna say. I want to know.
And so, I was feeling fucked up,
But there's a lot of us.
and so that means that I should go tell somebody no.
Fucked
When
up
I'm feeling
how?
fucked
Fucked
up,
up.
because sometimes I feel like I'm feeling faint.
feeling
Sometimes
faint?
I could watch someone else condition
And, be like,
and
I'm
then
straight.
apply it to myself. So when someone else say, that's just like my homeboy, rest in
That
peace
will
to my
cause anxiety when
homeboy,
you
just
watch
rest in
certain
peace
things
to
on
my
TV.
homeboy Jamie Clark. You know what I'm saying? When he passed, and he my age, that caused me anxiety.
Of
Yeah,
course.
sure.
It
You know what I'm
will.
saying? And so when I get to feeling fucked up, I don't even.
Imagine
I
if
tell the
this
people next to me.
pandemic, how many
I be like,
people
hold on,
turn
y'all, I'm
the
feeling
news
fucked up.
And they have anxiety about COVID, so that's a normal thing. It's
Yeah.
not saying that you're crazy because of that, but it's ways to work through that. Me,
But I thought I had COVID before it was COVID.
I'm a very spiritual person.
I don't know. OB.
So the way that I
Around
work
with
through
them damn
things is
bags on your
You gotta tell the story. Leela went to go see Tori, and just to see what's up, Tori, and Tori said Leela had bags on
They
her
had some damn zip locks on his hand because he wouldn't touch my hand.
Come on, DeMarcus, not old dirty bastard now. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Ghetto quarantine.
Come on, man.
Sumo.
We only been on a half hour. What you doing?
You bugging. We've been over damn near 2 hours, and I'm tired. I'm tired.
Nigga didn't even. Oh
sleepy.
man, this nigga
I'm
wasted.
sleepy.
Oh man, hey man,
I'm sleepy.
hey listen.
I'm
We need.
muted.
Hey listen. Serious business. We need for y'all to go and subscribe to our YouTube page.
Which y'all not fucking
Smart
doing.
young people 23.
And then when y'all share and tell your friends to subscribe to our YouTube page. We need at least 1,000 followers and 40,000 hours of viewing time, so that we can try to finesse this into something that's real.
Please don't tell them our business plan.
Why? What business plan?
Don't
Nigga,
tell
that's
them.
reality. That's what's
tell
wrong.
them.
Niggas want to pretend. No.
Hey, man.
Look, fuck pretending. We trying to get paid from this shit. We
This is
love
the
y'all. We
smartest
love y'all
dumb
tuning in.
Smartest-
Hold on. We love y'all. We love y'all tuning in.
smartest first lady
But
say
there's
something
nothing
as we go
wrong
out
with
of
keeping
this
it
mode.
real. That's all niggas want to do is pretend and fake and play all day. Keep it real with the people.
I don't know if I don't know.
Keep it real with the people.
Let the first lady say
That's what's
something.
wrong.
Thank
Niggas just want to
everybody
pretend and fake.
Thank everybody
And
for.
keep it real.
All right. This is the smartest dumb people.
Hold on, did you? What she say?
She said, "Thank everybody for tuning in."
I wanted to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Ladies, come in and
Because
drop
we-
your- the comments.
I'ma answer the question.
I'm trying
Yeah, I
to.
swear to God, I'm this close to.
Hold on,
wrestling.
time out. I'm about to- hold on,
Go
time out.
viral for some like fight.
Hold on, time out. Because the weed. Hold on, I'm answering the weed. I'm answering the weed, man. The motherfuckers are still in here.
I'm gonna shoot you.
The
leave
weed,
number.
listen, we not live on YouTube yet because it's not beneficial unless we get the 1,000 followers. And then once we get the 1,000 followers, then we can get the viewing time. Once we get the viewing
Please stop
time,
telling them our
then it
business plan,
becomes,
Leland,
there is no
please.
business plan because you didn't even know that.
I don't get.
The fuck you talking about?
All right, y'all. Hey, this is smart.
and you didn't know it.
This fucking show was going on YouTube. It's not going on YouTube. I'm joking.
He said, let's get these brothers. Thank you, DeMarcus. Hey, share the show to your friends and tell your friends to like, share, subscribe. Please. All y'all, everybody.
This is the smartest dumb account.
Y'all niggas
Also, I would like to
lie.
say, if you do follow the
Pretend.
smartest dumb people on YouTube, add some suggestions on topics that you would like for us to discuss.
Most definitely.
Right, Tally. She said, if we don't know, we can't help y'all.
Well,
And you 100%
we've
right.
been posting our YouTube. I want to
She
say something,
100%
Tally. We've
right.
been posting our YouTube page for almost 6 months, and nobody is subscribing like we asked them to do. So,
And I'm telling
but
them
I'm not
that to them
going.
now.
But what we're not going to do is tell them we have to do this.
No,
Or
we
they-
telling them what's real.
No, just
What's wrong with being real?
We ain't been
Niggas
promoting
always
it like we
wanna
should.
pretend.
This is the smartest dumb people.
Niggas always wanna
Also in the
pretend. I
comment
never seen
section,
niggas
if
just
you,
pretend
off the
all
top of your
time.
head, you got a topic that you think you would want for us to discuss,
Box.
then drop it in the comments too.
Okay, Box.
Shout out to the
We
smartest
need-
dumb people. First Lady Maxwell, LB the Great, Mr. Shabazz himself.
we-
I am that dude Johnson. Y'all
Hey,
have
man,
a
we
great
love
night.
y'all. All
Love
right.
y'all so
All right.
Salute.
For sure.